right, welcome back. Welcome back. So we're going to jump into some thoughts, ideas, information on Forza Motorsport. It's been a while. They've had plenty of issues. I did not play it, hoping that it would be repaired. So I'm going to jump right in to first the what I've noticed since I've gotten back into this game. So let's back it on up. Back the game on up. All right, so obviously everybody knows this screen. We're going to jump into career because this is what I've been learning about here recently. I've got some ideas of like, wow, better job. So anyways, Champions Cup, Builders Cup. Builders Cup is where my career is trying to get through all these, learn the cars and everything else. I don't know yet if these things are changed. I didn't pay attention. I just paid attention when I got into Champions Cup and I noticed something. So when I got in here, I noticed that, you see, it's already got a limit on it, right? It says the rule set has expert rules. The opponent difficulty is at 4, and you can change it here. The laps, it's got all this stuff going on, but there's a limit. It's like PI 300E. So now the vehicle I'm driving, let me see if I can jump in there and look at this. All right, so hold on. The difficulty, the rules, sports rules, expert rules, all that's awesome. Back up. Let's continue. Because when I got in here, I noticed that I couldn't upgrade the car. And in the Builders Cup, you're building your car. Duh. So in the Builders Cup, you can do that. When I got over here to Champions Cup, you can't. I'm not going to do any racing here. I just want to dig through this to try to understand what's happening. All right, so you notice it didn't let us upgrade the car. In the Builders Cup, you get to do that. And so here, the only thing you can do, we'll go in here so you can see, is you can tune your car and you can set the fuel and tire. Here, this race calls for 6 laps. The fuel is already set for 9 because of the last race, so I'm back out of there. Back up. I want to get out of there. All right, let me go tune car. So again, it told me that the rating of the car is already set. So I'm like, oh shit, man. Ooh. I'm like, man, that's great. So I start ticking through all this and I'm like, oh wow. Obviously, because that car is open, all the settings are there. Now, how much power the car produces, I don't think it produces much. It's very slow. But everything is unlocked and ready for you to tune the car and drive it, right? Look at this, awesome. So I can't upgrade the car, but I can definitely tune everything on the car that I want to. Why is that so important to you, right? All right, so you can go do difficulty, you can go to your settings. What is Challenge Hub? I don't know. All right, Challenge Hub. Welcome to Challenge Hub. Put your skills to test to earn cars, suits, and more upon completing any. Oh, gotcha. I've been doing that the whole time. So, complete all series in the road to race tour. That's awesome. Let's just tick through this. I never paid attention. I don't know if any of this is new or old. Well, I know these challenges are not new because I've been completing things anyway. Haven't gotten to the Indy cars yet. Ooh, it is just, this to me is highly interesting because it is so much that I'll be doing based on these championships and everything else. But let's just tick through this a little bit more. Cars that I don't have yet. Oof. I'm gonna have fun with some of these. Let's keep going. Oh, you're just digging all in it. Yes, I am, because I do that. I like it. Oh, if that isn't a hard car to drive. Oh man, and these what you would call them, stock cars, I guess they call them. Those things are tough to drive too. That's going to be ugh, but I'll try it. All right, let's back out of that. So there was Challenge Hub. I never paid attention to it. All right, so I'm gonna back out of that. All right, so we can talk a little bit more. I'm actually doing, like I said, the Janetta Juniors, and I'm enjoying it. Mainly because, you know, yeah, AI, it's okay. You can change the level if you start beating them, which I noticed that I need to bump it up because it's like there's no competition right now. And the plus to that is, as you're tuning the car and you're learning to drive the car, it's great. Like, so in the Builders Cup, you're upgrading the car. I don't think that is necessary. And so now I'm getting to my thoughts, and I've got a news article that I want to talk about as well, but I'm going to get to some of my thoughts. So the Builders Cup, I guess, is to teach you how to build. So that's cool. Does this game need that? It probably doesn't. And I'm going to say that Forza Horizon already is a tuner's game. It's really about tuning, customizing, hooking the car up, street racing, doing different type of race events, and it's very arcadey. So they already have a racer for Forza that's arcadey and just for tuners. I think this game, since I've hit Champions Cup, I think that is a point that most simulator drivers want to be, because if you have plenty of events like this, then we have to jump in the cars, whatever cars you allow us, then we have to tune them to try to win these races, and then we can increase the level of the AI and hopefully win even better rewards. All right, side note again, so when we talk about rewards, right, because the harder the level, the better the rewards. That's why everybody plays games anyway. They like rewards. So the first thing I noticed is I didn't get a livery, and I wasn't allowed to add a livery. So some of the things that would really take this to another level is, one, you're already winning money. Two, access or liveries or wheels. So everything's kind of let loose already in the game as tuning. So you go in there, well, not tuning, but building. So you can go in, buy different rims, which is awesome, and buy liveries if you so choose, right? But all of that shouldn't be let loose. Like, all of it shouldn't, because then there has to be something you're going to get from playing the game. So there should be, in my idea, my thoughts, is when it comes to the wheels package, there should be some that are accessible, right? Just a little bit. And then wheels that aren't, unless you win them. Like, you have to win a set of wheels from playing the game, which gives you something to look forward to. Oh man, I just want to have access to all the wheels. Yeah, if you're building. And again, there is Forza Horizon games where you can do all that, and it's just arcadey. And this is my personal thoughts. Don't get mad in the comments section. Just my thoughts. But if I can play the game and start winning different wheels, different exhausts to put on the vehicle, and this is not for building powerful cars, leave that in Horizon. This would be for appearance, because if I get into the Janetta Juniors and I really want to have a really different looking vehicle, then liveries, exhaust, different types of paint, like whether it be metallic, chameleon, stuff like that to really set myself apart. Liveries, all that. Things like that will set the look of your vehicle, body kit parts. So then I know, and then everybody else knows, oh, I don't know who that person is, but man, they got a very unique looking vehicle. And it's no different than theirs. You're limited to only tuning the vehicle. So the wheels didn't make a difference. The body kit didn't make a difference. The different wing didn't make a difference. The exhaust didn't make a difference. It just gave you a skin, like a skin. So skinning the car would be awesome. So we don't need a builder's cup, right? And I say that because this. So when you get into that side of the game, it complicates the simulation. So when you talk about simulator games, let's bring in a set of Forza, competition, Automobilista to what's the other one? Race Room. There's so many of them. Oh my goodness. You all know. I can't think of all the titles. And the one online that you have to pay monthly for, iRacing. The other one that Automobilista 2 is built off of. What is the name of that game? But they made three parts to that game. So those are where you get into the sim side. You're not building a car, you're tuning a car, right? So in the case of Forza Motorsport, it shouldn't be building, because that's what Horizon's for, where you can hang out with your friends, build these really crazy cars. There's 1,000 horsepower and all that stuff. But for Forza, it should literally just be what it is, a motorsport game. So in a motorsport game, simulation, right? Think about simulator games. You're tuning and trying to win against other drivers, all right? So there's my thoughts on that. I enjoy what I'm seeing here with Ginetta Juniors in this championship cup, and I would love to see more of that. I will be trying to play through as much of it as I can, because like I said, I want to get into the MX5 Cup race, and I know that's going to be fun. And you see there's a lot of series there. We'll look over here. You've got the One Make Tour, the Touring World Tour. Let's take a look here. See these vehicles we get access to once we open that up. The Thunder Tour. Did I click on that? Yeah, Thunder Tour. So we're talking about stock cars, supercars, NASCAR, and Indy cars. So there's a lot to look forward to there. Single Seat Tour, which is Indy, Grand Prix, endurance races. Now, depending on how many laps. Now, in Forza Motorsport 7, we have 10 and 15 lap races in the endurance side. So I didn't gripe too much about that. I just don't want to, sit in a seat for 30-40 minutes doing a race. That's crazy. But 10-15 minutes, no problem. I'm good with that. All right, then you see here they've got invitationals. You got a retro and early. Oh, I love that BMW, that early model. I love that one. You got historic, the birth of Grand Prix. I don't know how that's going to be. That's going to be weird. GTP, those cars are hard to drive. All right, so seeing these things now really shine as far as a motorsport game. I've said before that I wanted to see rally events, dirt events, mountain climbing, mountain downhill, togue races, right? Because those are all a part of motorsports. We haven't seen them yet. We've seen a new map come in, which is an old map, but we've seen that come in, but we haven't seen the type of races change yet. So if they move into that direction and get out of the builders, like if you're going to learn how to build a car, this stuff right here should be on Horizon. All this right here, just take all this and put this stuff in Horizon, because that's what people do on Horizon. This doesn't need to be in this game. My opinion. None of this should be in the motorsport game. All right, it's cool, but it's a waste, because this could really be their version of sim competition for the other games out there. So this would be its own niche. And what do you mean? So people play Horizon mostly with a game controller, not with a wheel. And so in sim games, we play with a wheel. That's the whole purpose, to simulate and get the reality, or close to that feeling of being in a race in a car, head to head with other drivers. That's what sim is all about, simulating the feeling. All right. This Builders Cup, it doesn't. It just adds confusion into a game that it doesn't really need confusion. There's Horizon. My thoughts: put all this in Horizon. Get it out of motorsports. Take it out. Just take the Builders Cup out. Get rid of it. Champions Cup. What's it featured? Right? Featured. So all this stuff. Now I don't know if this is like Champions Cup, but if it is, I'm excited. Right? If I can't do anything but tune and change the appearance of the vehicle, I'm excited. Look, oh my God, I'm really getting excited, because I want to get into these, right? I want to get into these races and have a ball in them, right? You can see here I've got 4 events there, 4 events there. So this is exciting. Now I don't want to be building these vehicles. I just want to make it look the way I want to and race it. That's it. It should already be, the power, all that stuff is set. I can't do any more to that. I can just tune it. If I want to tune the suspension, change the air pressure in the tires, change the gearing, right? That's all. It's all tuning, not building. So that is exciting. We've got some 20th anniversary. I am definitely excited to see this. I want to get in there. But with the other ones, and you can see here, you can just pick them and go. I don't have to wait. I don't have to unlock anything. I can just actually get into it. Oh my God. Ooh. So this stuff is exciting. And again, I hope it's not building. Like as long as there's no building here, there's no confusion. Because when you start building, for people that build and eat, sleep, and breathe this game, they're going to build vehicles that are going to decimate other players, right? There's no sim there. That's not simulation. That's arcade. And what do you find? You find people railroading you, running you off the road, or people that just decimate you because they've been building forever, and that's what they do. Put that on Horizon. Also having rules, right? So you look at the Championship Cup and you got rules and regulations. So in a sim game, right, talking about racing or motorsports, you have rules and regulations. You can't escape them. Builders Cup, you have rules and regulations too. But then we talk about, for instance, let's back up and let's check out multiplayer. All right, so race, is it a race? And then featured multiplayer. All right, let's look at that. We're just going to be talking today. Share your thoughts and ideas in the comments section. I just want to talk about things that I'm looking at as I'm going through the game. All right, now this has always been cool to me. You can see entry so you can get into these race events. But what I found with these race events, spec lock. So spec, I believe, locks you into those vehicles and you can't upgrade them. I believe. I could be wrong. Car restrictions spec, right? So it's already spec, I'm assuming, to that vehicle. 10 minutes, that's cool. Let's see. You're locked into that vehicle, I'm assuming. 10 minutes, right? They have open events, right? Again, so this is all builder stuff, right? So they could get rid of this open stuff and create, well, they don't even have to create. They don't have to create, right? They don't have to create. So follow me on this one. Open events. This is Builder's Cup. That's all this is. You can take the open events, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Then take what you have here. I'm going to show you this. Let's do this again. Now, all these right here, all these, and you can create more, and you can swing them out every so many months, you know, for different rewards. So take out the Builder's Cup and bring in Championship Cup and Anniversary Cup, right? And whatever features you have. Bring all this to multiplayer. And then instead of you playing AI, you'll be playing other players. Now, because you don't get to build it, you can only tune it. You've locked all the other drivers into just tuning to the best of their ability. Now it's player versus player. How good can you drive without anything else? You're locked in. Well, how good can you drive and how good can you tune? Right? So then it forces people to get better. Because what I'm looking at is, at first, I was getting beat. I couldn't figure out how to get in front of the other cars. And I was like, oh, well, let's go into tuning. I'm like, oh, wow, look at all this stuff. It's in tuning. I start messing around with the tuning, reading a little bit more, tuning the car a little bit, until I started beating those drivers. And it's like, okay, well, now that I'm beating those drivers, I need to upgrade the difficulty level higher, because I'm only at 4. So bump it up again, and then see if they start beating me. And if they're beating me again, right, obviously I go back in and start retuning. And then if I start beating them again, I'll up the level. And then if they're beating me again or not, I'll up the level if they're not. And then I tune the car again. So then now I'm learning to tune, not build. So if you have me building and then learning to tune while trying to race and then unlock potential of the vehicle, it is so much going on that your drivers, especially sim players, we're going to get aggravated. Like, man, to hell with that game. It is just too much going on. They are overcomplicating it. So take builders, put it in Horizon, Forza Horizon. Take it out of here, because Horizon is the builder's game. That's what people do in there. They build their cars, they street race, they that's all they do. Motorsport is a sim game that you can have sim players spend all their time in if you just put up the events. And here again, you got a good amount of events. Champions Cup, Featured Cup. Okay, look at this. You got a good amount of events. All right, you know, this is awesome, right? Look at all these events. 20th anniversary. I've got to get into this stuff. Get rid of Builders Cup, Forza Motorsport. Kick it out of here. Get rid of this. Okay, get rid of Builders Cup. Send all this concept, thought, and idea to Horizon. Go knock on their door and say, hey, look, we think this will fit your game better than our game, since we're trying to produce a simulation of racing for our players. In your game, it's not a simulation, it's more of an arcade. It's no sim, just arcade. It's an arcade. I mean, share your thoughts and comments, but to me, it's an arcade. I don't play it. It is too arcadey for me. This game here, Motorsport, is getting closer to sim, and with a few more adjustments, right? And I'm gonna get to that too. This is gonna be a long video. I hope y'all got time for this, because I'm gonna talk about a lot of things. Now let's go talk about that feature multiplayer one more time. All right, so we're gonna go over here one more time so I can finish my thoughts over here. So the feature, the spec, the semi-open events, they get semi-open. Like, what are you doing here, right? Get rid of all this. Get rid of all this. Right now, this cycled production series, you can keep that, but use the concept you have in career with your championship, where you don't build the car, you only tune it. So let's say you have a series event, right, that you've already preset. you've preset certain amount of vehicle types that can be in the game, right? So let's say you've got certain BMWs and certain other cars, whatever, and I don't know, rally cars or coupe cars or sedan cars or luxury cars or luxury sedan model cars, and you have a class for that, right? And the vehicle is already set to how much power it can have, and all the parts are on it. Only thing you can do is pick one of them and tune it. So let's say you've got a Mercedes, a Lexus, a Infinity, and an Audi, right? So I can select from like 8 or 9 different cars. I can pick whichever one I want and join the series of races, but I can only tune the vehicle. And I can also reskin it, because again, the rewards would be just rewards. I'm already getting money, but I want the ability in playing these races to unlock skins. I can't unlock all of them because you've got to leave some of the best players to unlock the best skins, which allows the future possibility of an auction where people can sell their skins, right? They can say, well, you know what, I don't necessarily want this skin, I'll put it in the market and sell it. Then I'll no longer have it, and then the next person who bought it can have that skin, but it'll show up as purchased, not won. So you can purchase it for X amount if somebody decides to sell it, but it'll show up purchased, not won. And then if they don't, it'll show this person must be one who's good at racing, because they have a skin that only you can get if you get first place, right? So no need to auction. Let's take the auction out of that equation, and let's just say, oh, that person, you have to get first place to win that skin. But then there's other skins you'll win, but they're common, they're not top tier skins, because you have to get first, or let's do third, in between first and third. If you get in between first and third, you top 3, there's a particular set of skins in that level that you can win. Let's make like 3 or 4 skins, and it rotates by the race. Every time there's a race, there's a rotation, so you got to keep playing it if you want to win all 4 skins. Boom. And let's say if you come from anywhere from 4th to 10th, you're in a category of these skins, and there's like, I don't know, 10 different skins inside there that you can win, but they're not top tier skins. And let's say from 10 to I don't know, 15 or 18, I don't know, it depends on how many races are in the race. There's a tier of skins there, right? And so that gives your players a drive to continue to race, because, oh, look, I've won these skins. Oh, wow, check out the other skins you can win in this race if you get good enough and get into that tier, all right? Also, you can do wheels, rims. So we shouldn't have all the rims there, because I would think if I could win rims from playing these race events, then it gives me something to look forward to. I'm only racing because I'm after those rims. Did you see those rims? Man, if I can get at least in the top 10, I can win that set of rims. I'm looking for that set. Those are nice, right? So then I'll keep playing that event, tuning my car, trying to get better, not building. Because if I got to build, it's too much going on. You got to build, you got to tune, you got to also learn the track, okay? You got to learn the track, you got to build the car and tune it while learning it. Oh, that's too much. Take the building out. Forza, take the building out of the equation. Just tune it. Tune the bit. Give us all the race events. Cycle race events. You got one here, cycled production series. Just rotate them, okay? Then I'll be learning the tracks because I'm in the rotation, right? And I'll be tuning the car. So let's say there's 10 different series, but it's these cars you can do it in. All right. So now there's these cars. Let's call it luxury. Let's do luxury cycled production series. Let's do sport compact cycled production series. And let's do touring sedan cycle production series, right? And those would be like the first 3, and they'll run for 3 months or 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. And you'll cycle them, and then you'll swap out to a whole different set. So I got, I don't know, 2 or 3 months to win the skins. Let's do it every month. Well, your casual players, they might not be able to play every day, so they might need 2 months. So maybe every 2 months, right? 2-3 months, whatever. And then you'll cycle them out. So it's like, oh man, I got the potential to win those skins. So let me keep tuning this car because I'm really after that skin. And then after I've got that skin, it's like, oh man, that's awesome. Now let me go see what the other events have and see what else I see that I want. And then I can go tune. I'll buy a car and I'll tune it. And I'll just get good at it and keep running those series until I've mastered those tracks and my tuning, and then I'm starting to win, and then I can win whatever else I was trying to win. So we need things to win. So liveries, so you can custom make liveries, have your own team, custom design liveries. Just a team that does that, custom design liveries. Now you've already blasted us with a bunch of wheels, so we need new rims, custom exhausts that we can put on vehicles, custom body kits and wings, right? So let's say you got a, I don't know, Chevy Camaro Mustang blowout series, and then you got specific body kit parts that can be won, right, just from playing the series and coming in and so class. So I want the potential to win body parts, wheels, spoilers, and skins, right? So now when I get on the game, it's something I'm looking to do. Not only do I want to race and get better, but I'm getting some good things for winning, not participating. Participating, you know, you're getting money. You win money, you participate in the race. Don't give me anything really for participating. Make me perfect and get better at racing and win things so that, you know, I don't want something for participating. I'm already getting money, right? You're in a race, you finish the race, you get, I don't know, 500 credits, 1,000 credits, whatever it is. I don't know, don't care. But next time, if you place in the top 10, you know, you have the potential to roll the dice and win one of these sets of wheels, rims, one of these body parts. Like maybe it's a bumper, maybe it's a one of 5 bumpers. You know what I'm saying? Like there's 5 front bumpers you can put on this Camaro or this Mustang, and you're rolling the dice. If you play this event and you get in the top 10, you have the potential to win one of those front bumpers, right? And then the other race, you have the potential to win, or the other series, or the next race, you have the potential, or let's say series, because it might be 4 or 5 races. It's a whole body kit, one of 5 body kits for your Camaro or your Mustang. It's one of 5 different rim sets, right? It's one of 5 different spoilers. It's one of 5 different liveries. Do you see how much stuff you can pack in for awards for people tuning and enjoying the races and trying to get better? And we're talking on the PvP side. We're talking about the multiplayer. All right. We're already learning and doing things and getting money on the career side, because that's going to allow us to buy cars when we jump into this side and we want to win better stuff like skins, wheels, body kits, special paints, like a special glitter glass paint that I can paint my car in. And so only tuning and customizing the physical appearance, No building. All right, building out of here. All right, we just talked a lot about that. Let's get out of that multiplayer. All right, so what else did I want to talk about? That's pretty much, we got a good part of that. Meetups, yeah, hangout areas. I never tried that, but a lot of people want to hang out and talk cars. That sounds pretty cool and pretty good. Oh, I want to tell you about this too. So let's do free play, and I'm going to share my thoughts. Let's do it quick. Oh my god, I don't even want to race anybody. You see, I don't have many cars, but I do love those BMWs. They don't have many cars, but I just pick a car for the sake of, I love that Camaro. To talk about something Forza could also offer. Again, from the perspective of a sim game, we're going to do random. Let's do random. Yep, let's do random. So from the perspective of a sim game, something that this game doesn't have, that most sims have, that it could really use. All right, so I'm not going to be doing anything but showing you something. I'm not going to race, so don't get excited. Ooh, I love that Camaro. That is a really nice looking Camaro. I know it is the slowest one, nothing special about it, but all right. So from the sim perspective, we're not going to do any racing. From the sim perspective, changing my view and adjusting it personally. So in most sim games, I can move the screen, not the screen, but I can move the view closer or farther. I can move the seat left or right. I can turn the position of my head right or left, or tilt it up or down. Okay, so those settings, and even drop the seat lower and raise the seat up. So those settings, again, if you treat this as a motorsport and as a sim, and not like Horizon, treated more of a sim, we would get these adjustments. Okay, so I would be able to either raise the seat up and look further down. I would be able to zoom out, which would back the seat up away from the steering wheel if I want to get a deeper, wider view, or I could bring it in slowly and see exactly what I want to see. And again, twisting the head left to right. That is something that this game is really missing, that would really bring sim players into it. Again, sim players are running off because of the builder stuff. It's too much. So you're running sim players off. Now, final thought on that, because I got to get to the news article about the game. But the other thing is, this game really needs, let's see, settings. Let's go here. Graphics. Where is it? Maybe it's not here. Maybe it's in display. Okay, you see this? This right here, AMD FSR 2.0. Come on, we got to bump it up. We've already got a 3.1 out. That's for everything under the new AMD graphics cards. The new ones now have 4.0, but the AMD FSR 2.0 has a lot of artifacting, waving, jittery, that really just makes the game, it takes away from the immersion. So if the team could work on these things, right, because you're trying to make the game run smooth and look great, because it helps with the immersion. Now the game looks good, but this 2.0 is out of date. They've got 3.1 out. And for the new graphics card users, and I'm only talking AMD, you have others like the NVIDIA and the other Intel makes their cards. So you have those, but this new technology helps give us great look and better frames per second without artifacting. So we need to see the upgrades here to fix the graphics. You have to stay on top of it. You got to keep working on it because the technology is evolving, but you're not implementing it into the game. So that is definitely something else that needs to be worked on. But other than that, we should jump to the news article. So hold there. Alright, so to close this video out, let's get into this news article. Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5 will continue being supported even after the recent cuts. So everybody's been talking about the cuts from the teams and thinking that Motorsport is going to fall off. But the article says, last month, Turn 10 was allegedly turned into a Forza franchise support studio. But it makes sense, supporting Forza and the franchise, which consists of Horizon and Motorsport. Makes sense. After yet another round of cuts at the Microsoft-owned developer, following the dire news, fans have been wondering whether Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5 will continue being supported with new updates and fixes. Wow, they need the fixes. Alright, so the official answer came a few days ago via the official Forza Motorsport account on X, aka Twitter. Dear Forza community, we know many of you have questions about what's next for the Forza franchise, and we appreciate the support of our incredible community. We wanted to assure players that Turn 10 and Playground Games will continue to support Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon 5. Truth be told, there were few worries about the latter game. While nearly 2 years older, Forza Horizon 5 has much more critically and commercially successful, was much more. Again, that game is an easy pickup. Get a controller, get your Xbox, and of course, tons of players love it. They love not having to get too serious. Again, Motorsport to me is more niche. That's why I explained it the way I did and things that I would love to see in it. For the builder stuff, I think you should send that to Horizon 5 because that's pretty much all you do in that game. But let's continue. The open world racing game recently launched on Sony PlayStation 5 and managed to top charts there, which was great because now you've integrated more players into your video game. Now this is showing the game's strength even 4 years after its original debut on PC and Xbox Series. There's little doubt that there will be a Forza Horizon 6, and according to some rumors, it may not even be that far off. That there will be. I mean, they're going to always make Horizon because they choose different areas to play the game. My only drawback would be when they do that, though, what are you saying to the older ones in different regions or areas? So it's not always a plus, but people are going to keep buying it. So I don't know. I guess it's working. Obviously, they're making buku money. It goes on to say, however, a new Forza Motorsport may be a lot harder to imagine if Turn 10 has really been turned into a support studio. In the meantime, the 2023 game just saw the reactivation of the Track Toys Tour, which has now permanently returned to Forza Motorsport alongside its associated reward car, the 2019 Porsche number 70 Porsche Motorsport 935. Alright, Track Toys Tour is the second featured tour to be reactivated in career mode, and all 4 of its series, in addition to its reward showcase, can be played at any time at the start of each month. Turn 10 will bring an additional tour to the game. Up next is the Ringer Tour on September 4th. This cadence will continue until all of the tours have returned. You got a few comments. By support, do they mean continuing not to pass the issues running it on NVIDIA GPUs? Hey, there's issues on AMD too as well, so I feel your pain there. Bring back Forza Horizon 4 on Steam. Bring it to the Epic Store and GOG too. It was my favorite Goggle. I don't know what that is. Favorite game of all time. All right, so that's all the comments there. So clearly they're going to keep working on the game. They're adding more stuff to it. Well, stuff that's already been there. So not going anywhere. And it does say support for the franchise. So turn 10, well, they've already created the new game. They've created it from the ground up, as they say, on a new engine. So I would only wonder, are they going to be able to bring, well, they shouldn't do that yet, because Horizon looks way better, runs way smoother. But again, it's probably missing what the Motorsport has, which is the feeling, handling, because remember, they wanted all this stuff incorporated in the game for a simulation feel with a steering wheel. And so it's way different than Forza Horizon 5, because when I get on Horizon 5, it feels like an arcade. Like it's horrible. It does nothing. I mean, like, I want to play the rally dirt events, like, but I even want to play some of those long road race events. But again, all the cars feel the same. Nothing really feels different. It's a lot of building in that game. So that game it's a lot going on. If Motorsport could bring rally events, long road events, like a point from here to there, a 5-mile run, right, or 10-mile run, as a Motorsport event, without all the building, just tuning, then these games could really go to an all-time high. So Motorsport, to get your sim players back, get rid of the Builders Cup. Get rid of it. In sim games, a lot of them, like Automobilista 2, lacks race events. Whether it's career or PvP, it lacks the events. It looks good, it plays well, but it lacks events. So nobody wants to play it. You have to create your own events, and the shit sucks. What's the other one? iRacing, tons of events, but you got to buy everything, which is not really a big deal, but it is. Race Room, you got to buy everything, but they don't have events, right? They have cars, tracks, and all this stuff, but they don't take the time to build events. Now, you're only tuning the vehicle. That's all you can do. You can buy skins, but you can't win them. You can't custom your appearance, like wheels, your rims, exhaust, or body kits, obviously. So nobody's done that. But because you have Horizon 5, you already know about body kits, rims, and customization of the appearance. You also have Assetto Corsa competition. They have a few events, right? But not much. But they do have a few events. What else? So, Motorsport, if you decided to stay with your events, get rid of the Builders Cup. Make your career events as also multiplayer events, to allow multiplayers to play those events, so I can race 10, 15, 20 other racers, real life racers, in those career events. You're going to have sim players, because they're coming in to tune the vehicle, not build it, but to tune it and see how good the other racers are and if they can beat them. Forza Horizon 5, well, you're already doing a great job. You're doing a great job. The events that you have, awesome. But, you know, I just think Motorsport could give you their Builders Cup events, all right, or the concept of it, and then you can apply it to your game. But it doesn't need to be in Motorsport. The Builders Cup shouldn't be there. If I go, and this picture is a prime example. Let's take this Supra, this Porsche, this BMW, and this Corvette, and let's put them all in a race. That car doesn't fit, that Volkswagen, it'll get smoked. But let's take all of these, right? And they all around the same horsepower. The only thing that I can do is tune either one of them that I'm racing. Let's say I decide to race this in the Supra. I can tune it. I can determine how much air pressure is in my tires, how I want to tune the suspension, the rear end, and the gears. Same I can do in these. And then I can custom the appearance. Let's say I want to have some nice looking rims here and a different body kit. I can do all that, which doesn't affect the drive of the vehicle. It just changes the appearance. And then I can race either one of these cars against all these cars, right? With other real players. That is what your sim players are looking for. They don't want to do the building. Sim players don't want to do the building. Arcade, right here. Forza Horizon 5. This is your arcade game for the common people. Motorsport. This is your niche. Should be sim game. Okay? Niche. Steering wheel. Force feedback. Direct drive. Haptic feedback. Motion rig. And look, we're going to talk about that too. There's motion rig setup starting at $1,500. So it's not that far-fetched to get all that. But you have arcade here with just all this other stuff. Let this just be sim. Get rid of the Builder's Cup. I'm going to close with that. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.